Only 5% of seniors can still do these 5 things after 80 that predict health and independence. If you're over 60 and struggling to do simple tasks that used to be effortless, this could be the wake-up call that saves your independence. What I'm about to show you might shock you. Only 5% of people over 80 can still perform these 5 critical abilities that predict whether you'll maintain your health and freedom or become dependent on others. The scary part? Most people don't realize they're losing these abilities until it's too late. But here's the good news. If you catch this early, you can reverse the decline and join that elite 5% who age with strength and dignity. Welcome back to Life Advice for Older People. I'm here to help you age with strength, dignity and independence. Today's video could literally change the trajectory of your golden years. I'm going to reveal 5 simple abilities that only 5% of seniors over 80 can still perform. And here's the critical part. These aren't just party tricks. Medical research shows these abilities are direct predictors of your future health, mobility, and whether you'll maintain your independence or need assisted living. But here's the good news. If you can't do them now, I'll show you exactly how to get them back. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because this information isn't taught in most doctors' offices, and I guarantee you'll want to reference this video again. By the end of today's video, you'll know exactly where you stand and what to do about it. Let's dive in. Your future self will thank you. #1. The single leg stand test. Picture this. 78-year-old Sylvia was getting dressed one morning when she realized something terrifying. She couldn't stand on one leg long enough to put on her socks without grabbing the dresser for support. What she didn't know was that this simple inability was predicting her future in ways that would shock her. Here's the devastating truth. Only 5% of people over 80 can hold a single leg stand for 30 seconds. But why should you care? Because this one test reveals more about your future health than almost any other single measure. Let me break down the science for you. Your ability to balance on one leg directly correlates with your fall risk, and falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors. The progression is alarming. At 60, most people can stand 25-30 seconds. By 70, it drops to 15-20 seconds. By 80, most can't do it at all. Pause this video right now and try it. How long can you hold it? Comment below with your time, but make sure you're near a wall or have someone nearby for safety. This test isn't just about balance. It's revealing the health of multiple systems in your body. Your inner ear function, muscle strength, proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space, and neurological health are all being evaluated in these crucial seconds. Here's what the research shows. If you can't hold a single leg stand for at least 10 seconds, you're at significantly higher risk for falls, fractures, and loss of independence. But if you can maintain it for 30 seconds or more, you're in that elite group with the physical function of someone decades younger. Now, let me give you hope with a success story. Meet 82-year-old Norman. When he first tried this test, he could barely hold it for 3 seconds. He was so unsteady that his daughter was considering moving him to assisted living. But Norman refused to accept decline as inevitable. He started with wall support, holding the single leg position for just 5 seconds at a time. Every day he practiced. Within a month, he could hold it for 10 seconds without support. After 3 months of consistent practice, Norman could maintain the position for 45 seconds, better than most people half his age. Here's your improvement plan. Start by standing near a wall. Lift one foot just an inch off the ground. Hold for 5 seconds, then switch legs. Do this 5 times on each leg, twice daily. As you improve, lift your foot higher and hold longer. Progress to doing it without wall support. Warning signs to watch for. If you feel dizzy, have severe pain, or your balance is getting worse despite practice, consult your healthcare provider immediately. Some balance issues require medical attention, but wait until you see test number 2. It's even more revealing about your future health and independence. #2. The Chair Rise Challenge. Ruby was 75 when she first noticed it. Every morning when she finished her coffee, she had to push off the chair arms to stand up. She dismissed it as normal aging. What she didn't realize was that this simple change was predicting a future she never imagined. Here's the shocking reality. Only 5% of seniors over 80 can rise from a chair 10 times in 30 seconds without using their arms. This isn't just about convenience, it's about survival. Your leg strength directly predicts your mortality risk, independence, and quality of life. After age 60, we lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass every year, with our legs losing strength the fastest. This isn't just statistics. It's your future mobility walking away from you one day at a time. Think about your morning routine. Do you push off the chair arms when you stand? Be honest in the comments. Most people don't even realize they're doing it until someone points it out. This test measures your quadriceps strength, core stability, and functional mobility all at once. Here's how you measure up. If you're under 60, you should be able to do 15 or more chair rises. Ages 60, 70 should manage 12, 14, ages 70, 80 should achieve 10, 11. If you're over 80 and can do 10, you're in that elite 5%. But here's what's really happening in your body during this test. Your quadriceps muscles are working against gravity to lift your entire body weight. Your core muscles are stabilizing your spine. Your balance system is keeping you upright. Your cardiovascular system is pumping blood to working muscles. It's like a full-body health assessment in 30 seconds. Let me tell you about 77-year-old Hank. 6 months ago, he needed to use both arms to push himself out of his favorite recliner. His grandson had to help him up from the dinner table. Hank felt like he was losing his dignity along with his strength. But Hank decided to fight back. He started with assisted chair rises, using his arms but focusing on engaging his leg muscles. Then he progressed to crossing his arms over his chest. Within 2 months, he could do 10 chair rises without assistance. Today, he can do 18, better than his 50-year-old son. Here's your improvement protocol. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. Stand up using only your leg muscles, then sit back down with control. Start with 5 repetitions, 3 times daily. Add 1 repetition every few days as you get stronger. The key is proper form. Keep your back straight. Lean slightly forward as you rise, and don't use momentum. If you can't do it without your arms initially, use minimal assistance and focus on engaging your leg muscles. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't rock back and forth to build momentum. Don't hold your breath, and don't ignore pain. Some muscle fatigue is normal, but sharp pain means stop immediately. The next test is one that stumps even the healthiest seniors, and it's critical for preventing the most dangerous falls. #3. The backwards walk test. Dolores was 72 when she tried to back away from her hot stove and nearly fell. She realized with horror that she couldn't walk backwards without losing her balance. What she discovered next would change everything she thought she knew about aging. Here's the eye-opening truth. Fewer than 5% of seniors over 80 can walk backwards 20 steps without support or hesitation. This isn't just about walking. It's about your brain's ability to process complex movement patterns that keep you safe in everyday situations. Walking backwards requires advanced balance, spatial awareness, and cognitive function, all key predictors of independent living. Your brain has to work overtime to coordinate movement it doesn't normally do, engaging different neural pathways than forward walking. Try walking backwards right now, but make sure you're in a safe space with someone watching. How did it feel? Different from forward walking? Comment below about your experience. Here's what's happening in your brain during backwards walking. Your visual system can't guide you the same way, so your proprioceptive system, body awareness, and vestibular system, inner ear balance, have to take over. Your brain is processing spatial relationships, coordinating muscle contractions, and maintaining balance, all while moving in an unfamiliar pattern. The assessment is straightforward but revealing. Start with 10 steps backwards, progress to 20, maintain a straight line, no stumbling or grabbing for support. If you can do this smoothly, you're demonstrating cognitive flexibility, balance, confidence, and neuromuscular coordination that most seniors have lost. Why does this skill deteriorate so dramatically? First, reduced proprioception. Your body's ability to sense where it is in space declines with age. Second, muscle weakness, particularly in the posterior chain muscles that control backward movement. Third, fear of falling creates hesitation and stiffness. Fourth, Vestibular decline affects your inner ear's ability to maintain balance. Let me share Carl's remarkable transformation. At 79, Carl couldn't take 3 backward steps without grabbing for support. His physical therapist told him this was normal for his age. But Carl refused to accept limitations. He started with wall-assisted backwards walking just 3 steps at a time. Then he progressed to parallel bar practice in his basement. Within 6 weeks, he could walk backwards 10 steps in open space. Today, Carl walks backwards daily for exercise and can easily manage 25 steps. His balance confidence has soared, and he's prevented 2 potential falls by being able to back away from hazards. Here's your training progression. Start with your back against a wall. Take small steps backward while maintaining contact with the wall. Progress to parallel bars or between 2 chairs for support. Finally, practice in open space with someone spotting you. Start with 3 steps. Add 1 step every few days. Safety protocols are crucial. Always have someone nearby when practicing. Clear the area of obstacles. Wear supportive shoes. And stop if you feel dizzy or unsteady. This exercise is not appropriate if you have severe balance disorders or recent injuries. Test number 4 is something you probably haven't thought about in years, but it's a game changer for your independence. #4, the timed up and go test. Mildred was 80 when her doctor asked her to do something that seemed simple. Stand up from a chair, walk across the room, and return to sit down. What should have taken 12 seconds took her over a minute. That test result changed her life forever. Here's the benchmark that medical professionals use worldwide. Only 5% of seniors over 80 can complete this sequence in under 12 seconds. This test evaluates multiple systems simultaneously: strength, balance, gait, cognitive processing, and fall risk, all in one comprehensive assessment. The timed up and go test is deceptively simple but incredibly revealing. You sit in a standard chair, stand without using your arms, walk 10 feet, turn around, walk back, and sit down, all while being timed. Every component reveals something crucial about your functional capacity. Time yourself doing this right now, but have someone spot you for safety. Share your time in the comments and let's see how our community measures up. Here's how to interpret your results. Under 10 seconds is excellent and indicates low fall risk. 10, 12 seconds is good and shows functional mobility. 13, 19 seconds indicates mobility issues and moderate fall risk. Over 20 seconds signals high fall risk and potential need for assistance. But let's break down what's really happening during this test. Standing from the chair requires quadriceps strength and core stability. The forward walk tests your gait pattern, stride length and confidence. The turn evaluates your balance and spatial awareness. The return walk shows fatigue resistance and gait consistency. Sitting back down requires controlled strength and coordination. Alberta's story will inspire you. At 76, she needed 28 seconds to complete the test. Her doctor warned her about fall risk and suggested a walker. Instead of accepting decline, Alberta decided to fight back. She started with chair rise exercises, practicing 10 repetitions twice daily. She worked on her walking speed with daily neighborhood walks. She practiced turning maneuvers in her living room. After 8 weeks of dedicated effort, Alberta's time improved to 15 seconds. 6 months later, she completed the test in 11 seconds, faster than many people decades younger. Here's your improvement strategy. Break the test into components and work on each separately. For chair rises, practice the exercise from Chapter 2. For walking speed, practice heel-to-toe walking and work on stride length. For turning, practice pivot turns while holding onto a counter. For overall coordination, practice the complete sequence daily. Strength training focus areas include quadriceps, glutes, core muscles, and calf muscles. Balance exercises should emphasize dynamic balance, moving while maintaining stability. Gait training techniques include practicing with obstacles, varying surfaces, and different speeds. The psychological component is significant. Confidence affects performance dramatically. Fear of falling creates hesitation, muscle tension, and slower movement. Building confidence through practice improves performance more than strength training alone. Modifications for different ability levels. Use a chair with armrests initially. Reduce the walking distance, allow rest periods, or use assistive devices as needed. The goal is progressive improvement, not perfect performance. The final test is the most surprising. It's something children do effortlessly, but it stumps most seniors completely. #5. The single limb stance with eyes closed. Vernon was 74 when he discovered something that terrified him. He could balance on one leg perfectly well with his eyes open, but the moment he closed his eyes, he immediately fell. What he learned next about his body's hidden vulnerabilities would save his independence. Here's the shocking reality. Less than 5% of seniors over 80 can maintain single limb stance with eyes closed for even 5 seconds. This test reveals the health of your vestibular system, proprioception and sensory integration, critical systems for preventing falls in low-light conditions. Think about it. How many times do you navigate your home in darkness? Get up for the bathroom at night? Walk through dimly lit areas? Your ability to maintain balance without vision could literally be the difference between independence and a life-changing fall. When vision is removed, your body relies entirely on inner ear feedback and proprioceptive sensors in your muscles and joints. These systems often decline silently with age, leaving you vulnerable without realizing it. Only try this with a wall or person nearby for safety. Close your eyes and lift one foot. Can you hold it for even 3 seconds? Let us know in the comments, but safety first. Here's the normal progression that shows how dramatically this ability declines. Young adults can hold this position for 30 seconds or more. By age 60, most manage 10, 15 seconds. By 70, it drops to 5, 10 seconds. By 80, most can't do it at all. If you're over 70 and can hold it for 10 seconds, you're in exceptional shape. The science behind this test is fascinating. Your vestibular system in your inner ear contains tiny crystals that detect head movement and position. Your proprioceptive system includes sensors in your muscles, tendons and joints that tell your brain where your body is in space. When you close your eyes, these systems must work perfectly together to maintain balance. Constance's transformation at age 81 will amaze you. When she first tried this test, she couldn't maintain single limb stance with eyes closed for even 1 second. Her daughter was worried about her living alone, especially after she had a near fall in her dark hallway, but Constance was determined to maintain her independence. She started with eyes open practice, building up to 30 seconds easily. Then she began gradually closing her eyes, first for just 1 second, then 2, then 3. She practiced proprioceptive exercises like standing on different surfaces with eyes closed. After 6 months of dedicated practice, Constance could maintain the position for 12 seconds with eyes closed. Here's your systematic improvement approach. First, master the eyes open single limb stance for 30 seconds. Then, practice with eyes partially closed, gradually reducing visual input. Work on proprioceptive exercises like standing on foam pads or uneven surfaces. Practice vestibular rehabilitation techniques like head movements while maintaining balance. The connection to nighttime falls is crucial. Most senior falls happen during nighttime bathroom trips when lighting is poor. Your ability to maintain balance without full vision directly correlates with your safety during these vulnerable moments. This test also connects to driving safety and spatial awareness. The same systems that allow you to balance with eyes closed help you navigate safely while driving, especially during challenging conditions like rain or low light. Warning signs that warrant medical evaluation include sudden changes in balance, dizziness, hearing changes, or persistent balance problems despite practice. Some vestibular disorders require professional treatment. Now that you know all 5 tests, wait until you see what happens when seniors master all of them. The transformation is incredible. Here's what happens when seniors can perform all 5 of these tests. They maintain independence longer, have 60% fewer falls, stay in their own homes an average of 8 years longer, and report significantly higher quality of life. Meet 83-year-old Pauline. 2 years ago, she failed all 5 tests and was considering assisted living. Her balance was poor, she couldn't rise from chairs without assistance, and she was terrified of falling. Her family was researching care facilities. Today, Pauline passes all 5 tests with flying colours and just returned from a solo trip to Europe. She can stand on one leg for 40 seconds, rise from a chair 12 times in 30 seconds, walk backwards confidently, complete the timed up and go in 10 seconds, and balance with eyes closed for 15 seconds. The secret? She didn't accept decline as inevitable. She worked on these abilities systematically, just 15 minutes daily. Her doctor says she has the physical function of someone 15 years younger. Her confidence has soared, her fear of falling has disappeared, and her quality of life has transformed completely. This isn't about becoming a super athlete. It's about maintaining the basic abilities that keep you independent, confident, and safe. The 5% of seniors who can do these things aren't necessarily the ones who were always athletic. They're the ones who recognized warning signs early and took action. Your ability to perform these tests today predicts your future more accurately than almost any other measure. The good news, it's never too late to start improving. If this video opened your eyes to where you stand, literally, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to see this. Your comment about which test surprised you most helps other seniors realize they're not alone in this journey. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't wait until it's too late. Your independence depends on the actions you take today. Remember, aging is inevitable, but decline is optional.